Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'll be checking out this interesting video and it's titled Tulsi Gabbard destroys Joy Behar to her face live on The View. This is an epic showdown. You guys, I'm super excited as always. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what this video is all about.
And you've been skeptical more than a lot of the Democrats about the impeachment inquiry. Were you surprised by what he did yesterday?
Well, look, the facts are important, and we'll get to that. I want to start with something that I think is also important about facts, because recently on your show here...
I was just going to get to that.
Good.
Yeah.
Joy sounds extremely nervous. She knows exactly what Tulsi is about to bring up.
Helping you out.
You want me to ask you the question?
No, look, some of you have accused me of being a traitor to my country, a Russian asset, a Trojan horse, or a useful idiot, I think was the term that you used. Which basically means that I'm naive or lack intelligence to know what's going on.
They use that.
I want to let your viewers know exactly who I am.
Good girl.
Set the record straight.
Yeah.
I am a patriot. I love our country. I am a strong and intelligent woman of color, and I have dedicated almost my entire adult life to protecting the safety, security, and the freedom of all Americans in this country. It was the attacks on 9/11.
Wow. I love her already.
I guess we're getting a little bit far ahead of ourselves, but Franklin Graham finds you refreshing. He doesn't find me refreshing. Richard Spencer, the white nationalist leader, says he could vote for you.
Joy, this is why
you're on Tucker Carlson at least 10 times. Why don't you go on Chris Wallace's show?
This is why I'm here.
Notice how Joy is trying to switch the subject so she can gain control over the conversation. These witches can't stand the truth.
This is why I'm here, because you and other people continue to spread these innuendos that have nothing to do with who I am.
Exactly.
And then you shot back at her, boy. You called her the queen of warmongers.
You doubled down, unfortunately, you doubled down on the baseless accusations that she made that strikes at the core of who I am. I'm a soldier. Because of the attacks on 9/11, I enlisted in the military to go after and defeat and destroy the evil that visited us on that day. I've served now for over 16 years, deployed twice to the Middle East during the height of the war, where every single day I saw firsthand the terribly high human cost. It's why I ran for Congress.
We actually have the clip of Hillary Clinton, just to put this in context of what we're talking about. Let's take a look at that.
I'm not making any predictions, but I think they've got their eye on somebody who's currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of, sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far. And that's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not, because she's also a Russian asset.
I think Hillary...
Wow, you guys, I love this woman, Tulsi Gabbard, because I love the fact that she called out The View hosts to their faces, and I love when she said she's a soldier, because she has done so much for her country. But what has The View host done to impact the American economy or even America as a whole, aside from bringing people down on their show? I stand with Tulsi Gabbard because she's indeed a soldier and one who is always ready to call you out to your face, and it only takes a strong woman to come on to another person's show and call them to their faces. I love this for her and I stand her 100%. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below, and let's continue watching, you guys.
Still sour over her loss to Donald Trump. Anyone she can't control is a favorite of the Russians. But in reality, I think the Russians are a favorite of Hillary's. That's why she's always talking about them.
So
really? I mean, this is outrageous. This is outrageous and offensive on so many levels. I've served as a member of Congress now for almost 7 years, receiving high-level national security and intelligence briefings, serving on the Foreign Affairs Committee, the Armed Services Committee, the Homeland Security Committee, working to ensure the safety and security of the people of this country. This is why I'm running for president, to continue that commitment of service.
So are you surprised, though, that when people see bots and things and all the things that we've sort of been seeing heading your way, that people have these questions? Because she's not the only one. Hillary, I don't think, is the only one. So what she's saying is she feels they are grooming you. You're saying nobody's grooming me. I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm a soldier and a patriot.
It's offensive to me as a soldier, as an American, as a member of Congress, as a veteran, and frankly, as a woman, to be so demeaned in such a way.
But you called her the personification of rock.
So demeaned
She's a woman
in such a way. Well, I'm pointing to the fact that she has continued this legacy of being the world's police around the world, that has waged wars costing the lives of thousands of my brothers and sisters in uniform. I'm speaking out against that. And
What's
to
your evidence
change,
to that?
To change.
Well, can I?
Are you serious?
Let's hear it.
Are you serious?
Let's hear it.
I served in the war
Not
in
you,
Iraq.
her. You're saying that she's
exactly.
she's a
I
warmonger.
served
How do
in
you
the
come
war
up with
in
that?
Iraq
Yeah.
that she championed. She championed a regime change war
Did you not
in
believe
Libya.
in that war?
I believe the lies that were told to us.
Well, so did she.
So it is indisputable. It is indisputable to say anything other than the fact that Hillary. Let me just close this out. That Hillary Clinton, throughout her career, has led with a foreign policy of interventionism and being the world's police, going and toppling dictators in other countries that has caused such destruction and loss of life. I'm against that. I'm running for president to change that. Rather than actually debate me on the issues, she and others are resorting to these smear tactic campaigns, seeking to undermine me, smear my character, and sending a message to anyone who dissents. Toe the line, or you too will be smeared.
Did you notice when Tulsi mentioned bringing up facts, Joy immediately started talking over her and then tried to quickly change the subject? But Tulsi stood her ground and stayed on the topic at hand. As you could tell, Joy was extremely nervous during this entire interview, and she had a good reason to be. She wasn't expecting Tulsi to show up and defend herself from all the slanderous things that Joy and Sonny had said about her on the show just a few weeks earlier.
Hillary Clinton surprised a lot of people during a podcast interview where she gave this ominous forecast about the 2020 presidential election. Take a listen.
I'm not making any predictions, but I think they've got their eye on somebody who's currently in the Democratic primary and are grooming her to be the third-party candidate. She's the favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of, sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far. That's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not, because she's also a Russian asset.
So most people say she's clearly talking about candidate Tulsi Gabbard, and some other candidates are defending Tulsi getting called out like this. So what did you think when you heard that?
I mean, for me, honestly, Hillary's been dead on with so many things. She told us about Russia. She told us about the probable interference during the debate. She was Secretary of State. She has deep knowledge about world issues. I thought, where's the lie? I've often said that Tulsi is sort of the Trojan horse in this. I mean, she's polling only at 1.2%, yet she's still in the race. You have her being touted by people like Fox News personalities like Tucker Carlson. She's endorsed by, by sort of the Russians.
David Duke.
I love how they accused Tulsi of being endorsed by David Duke. And
Well, you guys, what are your thoughts on this video? If the only thing Tulsi came to do on The View was to set the record straight, she has done a lot, because these women can slander someone into the person believing them and beginning to doubt themselves. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'm really happy that Tulsi Gabbard came on The View and set the record straight, because now people have a new perspective of her instead of what the media has said about her. Let me know your thoughts on this one, and let's wrap this video up, you guys.
And failed to mention how Hillary was getting smoochy with former Senator Robert Byrd.
David Duke. She has basically renounced that, but she's never renounced the Russian support. There have been about 20 Russian bot websites that have supported her since she's announced her run for the presidency.
She tweeted back and called Hillary a warmonger. Okay, so that does not do anything for me. She hasn't denied it. She hasn't said anything in her tweets. How dare you? It's outrageous. Of course I'm not. She didn't say that. No. She's just going after Hillary. And like you said, Hillary was right about almost everything. She's been exonerated with that nonsense that they pulled about her server already. So, you know, and this idea that she's doing this to get back in the race, that she said that also, Tulsi. I don't buy that either. I don't think Hillary wants to go through it again. So I think that there's something, I don't say that Tulsi is an agent. I just think that she could be a useful idiot the way Trump is a useful idiot to the Russians. Yeah. That they see something. They say, oh, look, a useful idiot. Let's play this. And another point, the Republican Party knows that they cannot win without interference from Russia and maybe a voter suppression. They cannot win. Yeah. People in this country are against him now. And so they have to have it. And she's a perfect person to throw right in the middle of this. She's a perfect foil. I don't think that she wants to be, maybe. I don't know. She's coming here in a couple of weeks, so we can ask her.
I read this completely differently. I think for Hillary Clinton, one, she sounded like she had still an axe to grind in 2016, but
even to this day, Hillary still sounds like she hasn't gotten over her loss to Donald Trump in 2016. To see the way Hillary is still behaving makes one wonder the state of our nation if by chance she would have became president in 2016. She said herself that she would take care of Putin.
My view, having negotiated with Putin and knowing that one of the reasons he went after me is because he knew I would, deal with him in an appropriate way.
If you have played the political game for so many years, how can you be this clueless? Because she, in those comments saying that Tulsi Gabbard's being groomed by the Russians, it makes her sound complicit with the Russians.
It does.
But it gives the Russians exactly what they want. They want the Democratic Party to be divided, right? If they like Tulsi Gabbard, they want more people to know Tulsi Gabbard. And so she was only promoted because of this. It really surprised me that Hillary Clinton wasn't smarter, more tactful in the way she talked about it. And frankly, if you're a Democrat, I think Tulsi has a lot to like. I think if anything, you should want...
No Democrat really likes her. That's why she's polling at 1.2%.
I think she adds something unique to the party. What the Democrats, in my opinion, what I think they're missing is where a lot of the middle of this country is. And I think she's an isolationist. Some people like that. She doesn't like wars. She's attracting people that I think you need that might vote for Trump.
She's only attracting 1.2%.
Look at it. When Jill Stein did it, and she's claiming that Jill Stein was a Russian asset in the last election, we didn't know it until after the election. Now we're looking at this with open eyes. Maybe we know it before. So that's a good.
Well, she made
a word to the wise is sufficient.
Tulsi Gabbard may now go straight to the convention, and the same thing could happen again. Well, I just think Hillary Clinton, be a little bit smarter. If you are going to throw stones from the sidelines, which I hate politicians if you're not in the race, then be a little more tactful about it when you speak, because you're only hurting your own party by doing that.
Well, I think that the beauty of being an American is being able to say what you have to say and have other people say what they have to say, and then everybody has to prove their standing ground. Yeah. That's the beauty of America. You put it out there, somebody's going to make you prove it. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's the beauty of America, but The View has no beauty. The only people on that show who can say what they want to say are the hosts. And anyone who doesn't agree gets disrespected. And maybe that's what they were expecting from Tulsi, was for her to just go up there and smile and let them run the show. But she took complete control and set the record straight. I love how Sunny had so much to say about Tulsi, but was too much of a coward to show up and sit with her face to face. Why do you guys think Sunny decided not to face Tulsi after she made all those nasty comments about her? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like.
Wow, you guys, that was such an interesting video. I really enjoyed every minute of this video. Let me know your thoughts on this one, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.